Good Monday morning prospect. Been trying to emphasize and make points that the world that we live in is different. And I don't know whether I'm not saying it right or if we are all just a little bit nostalgic for what was. But we have to allow a significant length of time for things to build up. You need to all quit thinking of reopening and start thinking of it as reinventing or inventing. And our comfort zone is one of the worst enemies that we have. And I want to show you something because it's natural for this comfort zone to be an enemy. In the Gospel of John, Jesus is getting lots and lots of followers. And start John chapter 8, verse 31. Jesus said to the Jews who believed in him, "You are truly my disciples if you remain faithful to my teachings. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." They responded. Now remember, these are people who believed in Jesus. "We are Abraham's children. We've never been anyone's slaves. How can you say that we will be set free?" Jesus answered, "I assure you that everyone who sins is a slave to sin." The children of Israel that Jesus was talking to were a conquered people that were living under the authority of Rome. Whether they liked it or not, Rome was their master. And most of them didn't like it, but that doesn't change the fact. But Jesus was not even really talking about physical slavery. He was talking about spiritual. And they couldn't wrap their minds around because they were the chosen people of God. They were comfortable being the chosen people of God, and their worldview didn't allow them to see beyond that. So we are at that same place. We're going to do Vacation Bible Scope. And I will promise you that no matter what else, it's going to be different than it has been in the past. Not that we're teaching a different gospel, but that the children who are coming have lived a significant portion of their life in quarantine. You know, if you're 5 and you've been in quarantine for a year, you've been in quarantine for 20% of your life. It is going to take a long time for us to discern what things are going to work and what things aren't going to work. And because of the time of year that it is, I'm reminded that as a Methodist preacher, there are an awful lot of Methodist preachers right now whose families are losing their minds because the preacher still has to go through, if you would, the motions of being the pastor of a church that in 2 weeks he won't be the pastor of. But you still have to do that because that's where God has called you to be. And at the same time, you're looking forward, not, you're looking to an unknown land. And that's what we're all looking at, that unknown land. And I know a lot of you don't believe that, but it doesn't matter whether you believe it or not, it's true. We are making our way in a world that the entire world is in transition. And I'm all for trying things. You're almost never going to hear me say no to trying something. And in the world that we live in now, I'm willing to give things as much rope as I can. But we all have got to realize that in this transition, there are going to be things that did work that don't, and there are going to be things that didn't work that will, and we don't know what those are. So I want to encourage you to get involved with some small groups, hold one another accountable, and try to discern where God wants you in ministry. Because I do promise you that God has a ministry in mind for you. All you have to do is be open to that ministry. So, Prospect, have a wonderful week. It looks like it may rain, so enjoy the rain and what hopefully will be cooler temperatures. And know that I am praying for you daily. God bless you.